Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Megha Chopra and we have finally made it to the end of the year. Congratulations. Okay, so since this is the end of the year, I really wanted to start something new and I was not like feeling myself. I feel like from a few days. Anywho, so I am starting this series called Speaking Unapologetically, where I'm just gonna come and talk to you guys as if I'm talking to my friend. Okay, so here I am gonna make a series on a thing that I really want to talk about. I'm learning nowadays. I have learned from my past experiences. So this is what this series sums up to. And first episode of this series in which I'm going to share 10 things that I learned this year. Okay, so I really wanted to make this video. I'm very happy starting this video because I really wanted to do this and I was just thinking about the name also. It took me 2 days to think about the name. I'm not gonna be, be scared, afraid or anything while talking here. So I'm like, let's be unapologetic here. So here we are. Here goes. Okay, so first thing that I learned this year was the art of surrender. Okay, so when I feel like I'm a firm believer of divine, God, universe, and we also have self here. She's giving us company. So I am a firm believer of universe, divine, God. I'm very much close to these things. So I feel like everything is planned and what you can do is give your best. And it is my opinion and it can be, different from yours. But in my life, up until right now, I have learned whatever happens for the best. And I was reading a quote and that said, either this or better than this. So universe never, makes you settle for less. So it's always like या तो ये या तो इससे बेहतर. It's never like या तो ये या तो इससे गंदा. It's never like that. See how our parents, never wants us to have bad things. That's how universe works. That's how our God works. So I feel like the moment I surrendered myself and stopped, getting anxious about the thing, what will happen? What if that happens? What if that thing happened that I'm thinking? I have stopped, thinking about those, ifs and buts and whens. I feel like if I have my God with me, if universe is working in my favor, I don't need anybody else. And that's why I feel like it's very important to have, this feeling in your mind that even if you don't see that he is working for you, he is in deep down working for you. He is deep down working for you. How you see in winters, lakes and rivers froze हो जाते हैं. इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी कि अंदर पानी रुक गया, पानी चल रहा होता है ना. And that's how we see, हमें दिख नहीं रहा है. We are not able to see what God is doing for us, what universe is doing for us. But it's still working. It's still working in our favor. I feel like it's all about the perspective. You can have the different perspective from mine. That's totally fine. I feel like I've let go of things now and I'm much more at peace nowadays. And I also feel like that no matter what, if universe wants this, then it is for my better. Itna acha that I wouldn't have thought about this. So that's first major thing that I learned this year, the art of surrendering. Next thing that I learned was, just let this sink in. Your chance of getting a human life is in 1 in 400 trillion. Let that sink in. So whenever something is bothering me, it's basically for the times when I'm afraid of people's judgment. What if they say that? What if they say that? ये गलत हो गया तो, ये सही हो गया तो. Then I remind myself, I have gotten this chance to live. I'll get this chance after 400 trillion years. Do I really want to waste it thinking what someone else will think? I don't want to. I don't know about you, but I don't want to. Because you never know. You never know when it's your last day on earth. The least thing that we should be doing is thinking about somebody else's opinion and how will it affect it. It should not affect us in the first place. And even if you feel like it's bothering you, just remind yourself that I don't know when I'm gonna get this life. Nobody knows, and nobody also don't know when it's the last day of ours. So why to waste it when we have gotten this life after so many chances? That's like that. I read it somewhere, I think in a book. I read it somewhere and it just stuck by me. And whenever now I feel like, what if I really want to do this thing, but what if people say this? I feel like, screw them. This is my only chance. I don't know when I'm gonna get a human life. I don't know. So that's that. And it really helps. It really helped me become a badass. So I would give that to this point. A third thing, as mentioned in the first one, when you surrender. So it's either this or better than this. In everything. Career, finances, love, health, family. I don't know. I have seen this in my life, and trust me, it's all about perspective. It's all about perspective, how you take things, how you process your thoughts, how you let things affect you. This is my perspective because I feel like it keeps me happy and at peace. So या तो ये या तो इससे बेहतर. अगर मेरे को कोई चीज़ चाहिए वो मुझे नहीं मिली, if I didn't get that what I wanted, I'll just, in the back of my mind, I have repeated so much consciously, now it's in the subconscious mind of mine that नहीं मिला, ठीक है, fine. I wanted this, I didn't get this. I will get something that I didn't even think of. And it will be that good. And I literally have instances in my life that prove that. And when you will, sit down and analyze your life up until now, you will get to see this. Whenever something bad happens, something really good happens after that. Why? Because our God wants to give us whatever you believe in, divine powers, some angels want us to give us something so good. So he has to, stop us from getting what we want, because he knows that we are capable of even more bigger things. I said now we are on to our fourth one. Let me have a water break. Listen this carefully. Trust your gut feeling. Trust your gut. Oh my God. In this particular year, I have seen this happening so much that I was not feeling it in my gut. I didn't know any reason. मुझे नहीं पता कि क्यों नहीं करनी मुझे ये चीज़ या क्यों करनी है मुझे चीज़. I just had this feeling, I don't feel it. And that's God's way of communicating to you. And after few days, I actually got to know why I was feeling that way. I got to know the real mess. So that's that. Never ever in your entire life neglect your gut. And I don't feel like doing this, I feel like doing this isn't valid enough reason. You don't have to give explanation to anybody. Remember, this is your one life in 400 trillion. We are on to our fifth point. That is, don't be afraid to dream big. We feel like when we are dreaming, when people who journal, manifest, write down the things they want, they feel like whenever they are writing, oh, yaar, ye to zyada ho gaya. ये नहीं हो सकता. No. You don't know the ways in which universe works. You don't know the magical ways in which that works. You don't know it. So, just dream. What will happen? नहीं होगा ना. अभी भी तो नहीं हो रहा ना. But dream. Give yourself that feeling. What if I'm that? In your wildest dreams, what you have thought of? That I got this house, I got this car, I got this, that. Anything, just dream it. I feel like future का तो छोड़ो, उस time में you'll get so much happiness, so much positivity, and it will happen. You don't know. If you believe a thing, बहुत अच्छे से with 0% doubt, universe will make it happen. There's one saying, I want to give you things, but you have to ask for it, says universe. So don't be afraid to dream big. From now on, whenever you're writing things that you want and your pen stops, don't let it stop. Let it go. Now coming to the sixth point. I love talking, I don't know why. Coming to the sixth point. This is one thing that I've learned from my father, and he used to always say this thing. Always. Be courageous. Don't have any regrets in your life because यार मेरी फट रही थी, मेरे को डर लग रहा था, इसलिए मैंने नहीं किया ये. That's the one thing that you have in your hands. क्या होगा? You'll fail now, but you'll at least don't have a regret of not trying. You just have to be courageous in your life. And I'm not talking about in, career only. In anything. I'm not saying this in career only. This is in every aspect. I feel like when you are courageous enough to take, steps that you want to, but you are afraid, I don't think so, what will happen, and what if I fail, what if I couldn't do it. And when it happens through and you are able to do it, you respect yourself even more. So for example, you want to give, what I can say. For example, you want to join a dance class, but you are very scared. What will people think? I don't know dance. What if they make fun of me? Instead, if you're courageous and you just go for it, and you actually know dance better now. So in your eyes, your image will be higher now. So I feel like that's very important in life. And who you have to, मेरे को समझ नहीं आता कि किसको जवाब देना. Which brings us to the next point. You are the main character of your life. Imagine a movie. एक movie चल रही है, and everybody focuses on the main character, right? Nobody gives a damn about side character क्या कर रहा है, कैसा था, but majorly it's all about main character. That main character is you in your life. Why do you want to give opinions of side character so much importance that your opinions, get into vain, and आपको अब अपनी चीजें करने के लिए भी validation चाहिए. Why? They have their own life in which they can be main character. This is your life in which you have to be main character. So never let anyone take that main character vibes from you. Trust me. And when you will start thinking like, oh my god, I'm the main character of your life, you will love yourself even more. And I feel like you won't need validation from others, because I used to seek validation from people for a long period of time. Next point, do the things you love more, because again, you never know when it's the last chapter of your book, when it's the last page of your book. I don't want to be, I was reading one book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. The writer said the least thing you want to do on your deathbed is thinking about, oh shit, I really wanted to do that but I couldn't. And उसके पीछे ना कोई stupid सा reason होता है जो हमें लगता है कि यार shit, इसके लिए ये चीज़ छोड़ दी, लोगों के प्रेशर में आके ये चीज़ छोड़ दी, लोगों के ओपिनियन में आके कि क्या सोचेंगे ये चीज़ छोड़ दी. आई नो बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है. फर्स्ट स्टेप इज ऑलवेज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. आई यूज टू बी दैट पर्सन, बट वो वहीं तक डिफिकल्ट होता है. उसके बाद जो लिबरेटिंग फील होता है, दैट्स टू गुड. सो आई फील लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू हैव दैट रिग्रेट. व्हेनेवर you refrain from doing things that you love because of XYZ factors, just remind yourself that I don't want to have that regret for any reason. I just want to do things that I love. That's it. Next, second last, what is meant for you will find its way to you. जो लिखा है, what's written, then you're gonna have this one. Nobody can snatch it from you. And what is written that you won't have this, you cannot do anything about this. You cannot. This is like the fact. What we can do is give our best. That's it. Give our best and leave the rest. Just give your best and leave it. Next and the last thing that I cannot, stress enough on. I feel like it's so important. Be grateful. हम इतने बिजी हो जाते हैं मांगने के लिए कि हमें और चाहिए और चाहिए और चाहिए. हम भूल जाते हैं कि आज हम वन ऑफ द प्रेयर्स जो हम करा करते थे, वी आर लिविंग दैट. हम भूल जाते हैं ये चीज़. Sit down, reflect and see. एक टाइम पे जो you were asking from God, you were asking, you were manifesting. Now you have one of those things. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for phone you are watching this video on, for clothes you have, for food you have, for the home you have. Many people do not have that. We are blessed enough already, and उसके ऊपर हम जो manifest कर रहे हैं हमें वो भी मिल रहा है, and we are like too much blessed, and we do take it for granted. I myself used to take that for granted, but not anymore. Be grateful for the divine. Be grateful to God. Be grateful to universe, and just live your life. I really wish this new year brings a lot of positivity, happiness and love in your life. And I will be always here creating content. It's just a part of my personality that I feel like I love doing it. And since I said do more what you love, I am gonna do that. So yeah, I will see you in my next year's video. Till then, stay safe and take really good care of yourself.